Hello. So I mentioned in my last post that I was going to go through some of the stuff that we had gotten printed from Habitat Schoolhouse and the things that we're using for math other than like our loose parts and stuff like that where we kind of play our way through it. So these are a couple of math books that I got printed up from the Habitat Schoolhouse. They are absolutely beautiful. And I had ours printed and bound through Office Max. I really love how they did them, and the process was a lot easier than the last time I got them done through UPS Store. Not to throw them under the bus. I mean, those turned out awesome as well, but like this was just a lot easier. So this is the Addition to 10 book, and one of my favorite things is it starts out listing exactly what they're going to learn throughout the book. So Gwendolyn and I read this over, and I think she really enjoyed knowing exactly what was coming. So I think that's really cool that they included that. And then this is, draw a picture of your favorite number. She asked if she could have more than one. So hers are 6, 7, and 100. Anywho, it's all worksheets, yes, but it's all very interesting, not just to look at, so it kind of draws the kids' attention in, but also the way that they're done really makes sense for the way that we learn. So Gwendolyn and I both are very, very like hands-on with everything. They're tactile learners, like touching and having it in their hands makes sense to them. And this was one of the first curriculums that I saw. Granted, I didn't look through a ton because I fell in love with this one when I saw it. But this was one of the first that I saw that really spoke to me in that way. Like everything felt very tactile in the way that they did it and kind of with their mind towards hands-on learning. So like things like this, she gets to identify the number by sight and then color in the amount in the boxes. Oh, and this is one thing. Ever since she went to kindergarten, I noticed that she started rushing through everything. And I'm like, I don't know, I guess what she's told me before is that her teacher would say, like, if you finish the work, then you can color on your sheets. Which, yeah, I mean, I get it. When you have a class of 25 kids, you want them to do the work first and then do, like, the more fun part second. But, I don't know. It hurts my soul to see Gwendolyn, like, rushing so much. And I'm hoping that we can kind of help her slow down and take a breath. But anywho, it's all very, like this is put dots in the boxes to match the number. So like she has to recognize the number and then actually count the boxes. And it's all kind of similar stuff like that. What I really liked was that it's like very visual, but then also she's going to get plenty of practice writing the numbers, which work on. And I love this at the bottom of every page. It says, did you finish all of your work and try your best? Like, that's awesome. Did you correct any mistakes? And did you clean up after you finished? So that's just a great way to instill some really good habits around schoolwork. So, yeah, it's all, stuff like this. And then all throughout, there's a few coloring pages thrown in, like little brain breaks, I think it says in one of the other books, which I thought was a really great idea. Now, we are only ever going to be doing, maybe 2, maybe 3 pages of this a day, even if that. So those will just kind of be like fun little things for her to do. But yeah, they're just all done really thought through how they presented everything and the order that it went in. And like this, for instance, is a little game. You know, it's color all the boxes that equal 5 to make it through the maze. How fun is that? That's just such a fun thing for kids. It all makes a lot of sense to me, and it seems to really make sense to Gwendolyn and really speak to her. So, yeah, we skipped ahead to this one day. She saw this and wanted to do it because she wanted to know what tally marks are. So that's another thing. You learn how to use tally marks in this book, and she thought that was really cool. She had never really used tally marks before. So, yes, that is the Addition to 10 book.